Good morning, all you common collectors. How we doing out there today? Just coming at you. This is Peter. We're going to be talking a little bit about one of my favorite card sets. I know it started a lot for me when I was a kid, and I'm sure you guys got a lot into it too. We're going to look at X-Men Series 1, 1992. All right, so kicking it off, guys. I'm a crafter. I do a lot of crafting, so I make wallets out of old trading cards. And one of the ones that I came across, which when I do a lot of my crafting, it kind of gets me thinking about what's going on and what we're doing. So I also like to collect. But one of the sets that I was making a wallet out of the other day was X-Men Series 1, 1992. This card set was produced by Impel. All the art was by Jim Lee, which at the time was just amazing. I mean, you think about it, this was following his X-Men 91 relaunch that he did with the 4 covers that connected, that just sold like gangbusters. I mean, you can buy them now for dirt cheap. I think most of mine I got in the dollar bin for my wall that I have the comics up here. I got 3 out of 4 so far. One more to go, and I'll get that. But so yeah, this is coming down off of when he was doing all of that stuff. He was huge, so I'm guessing they decided to do a card set. So we're gonna look at a couple of cards. We're gonna go into depth on the ones I keep for my collection. So if you don't know, I'm a nine card collector. I like to get 9 cards from each set, and that's how I do it. My goal is to have them all framed. If you look over here, I do have, I think that's Gambit over there. And then have a whole wall of those set up to where I can kind of interchange them out on what I feel like having up for the time. So we're going to take a walk through some of those maybe and go from there looking at cards. But again, this set was released in 1992. You were able to buy them just anywhere. I mean, comic shops, Walmarts, grocery stores. I mean, at the time in the 90s, you can get cards everywhere. So I do not have the whole set. I am not a set collector. A lot of people are. I'm not. So I just don't go that way. But I do have a couple breakdowns here. So the heroes, we had about 40 cards for the heroes, 30 for the villains. My math isn't adding up here, but 9 for teams, 5 for X-Men, 5 for allies, and then the Danger Room 9 card page and the checklist. Okay. So we're gonna go through, kind of take a look at a little bit differences of each section of cards. So to start off, the 2 I have looking at right now. Now, what is annoying about this set, 100% annoying, and it gets annoying in other sets, is when you have vertical cards. All right, and the back is horizontal. Now, why this gets annoying to me is when I'm putting them in 9-pagers, you might have one card that is horizontal and the rest go vertical. So they don't match. I think my Bishop one has that. I think Bishop has one card on my 9-pager, but I digress. We are looking at the superhero section right now. So the superhero section starts off. So I'm going to show you, we got Wolverine here, and I got 2 examples of each one to kind of go from there. And Beast art, amazing art. I mean, this is classic Jim Lee. So what we're looking at here, this isn't even the X-Men 90s, so he doesn't even have his yellow suit yet. This is the brown and gold suit that Jim Lee made very popular on the cover. So we don't even see his yellow and blue set yet. But what's nice, so the back of each card, as we're looking at it, they're going to have the subject name, and then it has their real name. So what's fun on this is, back then the only thing we knew of Wolverine's real name was Logan. Now we know it's James Howlett. I mean, the story's changed, but at the time Wolverine was a very mysterious character. So we got the name, we got height, we got weight, and then a group affiliation, first appearance, which is nice. So I mean, with first appearance, Incredible Hulk, number 180 for Wolverine, and it even tells the year. So we're looking at 1981, so 1 year before the X-Men. We got Beast, and he has X-Men #1, September 1963. So it's kind of nice that we have that. We do look, the picture in the box is different than the picture in front, which is always nice, having a separate thing. But guys, looking at the art on that, I mean, Jim Lee drew these all out. You are looking at amazing background on this card, the forest, everything, just so amazing. With Beast, it's not much of a background, which is interesting, but you do have the idea of movement looking at that card. So the superheroes, and I do love this about this set, are blue bordered with pink. And then if you look really closely, it's hard to see. I don't know if I'll be able to see this on the camera because of the lighting. Let me get some lighting in there. Maybe you can see it. There we go. The little X's. So you have a little X-Men X in there, which is just a fun thing to do. It was a fun set, guys. Come on. So those are the examples I have of the heroes. We move on to the villains, and I wanted to have fun with this. So guys, we got some fat mamma jammas up in here. We got Blob, and we got Mojo. What's fun is you can get Mojo 2, which is the skinny Mojo, which is a different story altogether. And so it's kind of fun that way. Mojo's height, unknown. Mojo's weight, unknown. So it's kind of fun in that. What I didn't talk about, and this is why we kind of go back and forth between cards, is we have power ratings. Okay. They've kind of brought this back a little bit, but back in the day, every card had power ratings on them. Okay. Everyone. And then it goes into kind of who the character is, a little thing. And what's fun is each card has extra facts. Okay. So extra facts on Mojo. Mojo has created his own team of mutant youngsters known as the X-Babies. Simple. Fact. It's fun. If you didn't read the X-Babies is a lot of fun. They did bring them back. So, I think 80-something is when they did the X-Babies run. They did go back and redo them. They've been done a couple times, and they're just fun. They are fun, guys. It's a fun read. It's stupid. Wolverine has I think a candy bar in his mouth instead of a cigar as an X-Baby. I remember the late 90s, they did an X-Baby crossover. So that's fun. What's also interesting is by looking at these, so they get the a pink purple almost. And you move it to the back, so they also keep that color contrast. So the X-Men has a light blue to a blue, and we have this purple to a darker purple on the back. So they really took their time with this set and really went with how they did it, and even then when we put them side to side, they match up. You can see, the bars kind of go together. And so when you look at the back of a 9-page, it's a lot of fun. This is, again, guys, horizontal. They did all the teams horizontal, which isn't bad. But again, when you're working on a 9-page and all the teams are like this, it doesn't work with the rest of the team going like this. So trying to figure out how to do that, not the best. So I did choose, of course, for me, to show off the X team. And we got both X-Men, guys. Blue and gold. At the time, they had them split up into 2 different teams. I know they've kind of go back and forth on that, but it was have to do them. They are the best. So looking at that team, and I just noticed this on the team, is that it's signed by 2 different people. So I'm guessing, I'm seeing that on quite a few of these. I'm wondering if, the second one is maybe the colorer. I'm not sure. Upside down. No, that's upside down. Look at that. We got that. All right, there we are. Not sure what it is and who the second one. I'm guessing that's who colored it. I'm guessing that Jim Lee probably drew it. I don't know. But again, I digress. So on the front, you have the team. So of course, and you have the roster, which is nice. So on the back, it does say, so you have the picture right here. Instead of just being a whole nother shot of the X-Men, we do have Storm, so the leader. It does say, Storm, team leader, and then Jean Grey, Colossus, Iceman, Bishop, Archangel. First appearance, X-Men #1, 1963. I don't know if I really agree with that. Putting that the first appearance of, of X-Men, because really this team was not in Uncanny X-Men #1, 1963. 3 of the members of this team were, but they were a different team completely back then. So as we're looking at that, that's the same thing on the back of X-Men Blue. Uncanny X-Men #1, September 1963. But that doesn't work. For me personally, X-Men started then. These two teams split up like this did not. That's nice, fun. Blue and gold, they did do that. So your teams, guys, are again, they're like this pink. If you look close, a pink and a purple. So it's a little difficult, but you can tell there is a difference in there. They did go back to the backs, at least on these two, as in blue. So these two match the heroes. I do not know. Let me see here. Let's see if the villain teams have a different back. That'll be an interesting. Let's see. Excalibur. Okay. Nope. Here's Hellfire Club. Their back is the same. So they did change the back on the villains, but not on the teams. All right. Moving on. So we do have the X-Men, which is kind of a fun nod. So we have Dark Phoenix, freaking amazing. Magik. Now, I'm not sure what the difference is here, but both these X-Men have different colors right there. I can pull out Dazzler and see. I don't know. I didn't really think of that until just now looking at it. We do have first appearances in here. Interesting enough, Dark Phoenix, although they have no real name. We know in the story, Jean Grey and Madeline Pryor, we know this whole messed up thing. So, so Dark Phoenix, we have her on there. Uncanny X-Men 101, 1976. The fun thing right here with Illyana Magik, real name Illyana Rasputin, her first appearance technically as Illyana is Giant Size X-Men #1 when Colossus saves her. So that is on there, but as well as Magik, we have her first appearance as Magik in her own limited series, #1. Now I'm trying to see if there's a difference there. I see a very slight difference, and this is the interesting part. I'm not sure if it's because it's faded or not, but really hard to see. Can't tell if there's not much of a difference. Looks like this is lighter, and this is moving on to the allies. We have Lilandra and the Starjammers. A lot of their allies at the time are all aliens. And so that's kind of where that's at. Guys, I love this set. I think it's a lot of fun. On the Starjammers, we get a picture of the Starjammer. You could go through, have the whole set, read all of this, guys, and enjoy the fun facts of learning about it. I think that's half the fun of the cards back in the day. But here we go. We go to my favorite part of the set, guys. The part that I didn't have it growing up. Did not have this whole set. Had some of it, bits and pieces. And I always wanted the 9 card. Always wanted the Danger Room set. And I got it now, guys, and it is fucking amazing. I will say those things. Look at that art. Look at the detail. I know it's having that there. It's not the best thing, but I mean, look at that. We got a Professor Xavier up there on the Gamma card. You know, Wolverine, no mask. For some reason, we got, you know, Shatterstar. Like, who he picked to put on this, I'm not always 100% okay. Why Cable and Shatterstar in there other than okay? I mean, this is the Danger Room scene. It's fun because we don't have all X-Men on this. I mean, you have Shatterstar, Cable, and Nightcrawler all at the time were not X-Men. They were all on different teams. What is fun, guys, is it's a giant fucking card. I mean, the border that they didn't put the border on each one. They put the border just on the edge, like they do with any other card. I mean, so smart. You know, up here it says Danger Room. It only says that on Nightcrawler's card, not any other card, just Nightcrawler's. You know, looking down here at the bottom, the Danger Room 9. It's just like this, the little X right there. Only done so that if it's put together, it looks like a giant card. Now, he just released a book that I think had a single card of this in it. I didn't get it. From what I understand, the book is amazing, guys. It has so much work in there. So many stories and just pictures and everything. If you do like this set, go to Amazon, buy the book. Again, I don't to me, it's just not something I need in my collection. I don't need a book of cards. I want the actual cards that I want. So, yeah, guys, you know, again, this to me was an amazing set. I have this, I have it hanging up. You know, the wingspan of Archangel going across the whole top. So good, you know. You know, and I think that's really the only thing of a character that spans between each thing. I mean, Cable, you have his smoke right here. And I do remember hearing a story that they always wanted this. It was trying to figure out how to print this up. Because again, the pages weren't printed just like this. So it's interesting. But guys, that's kind of my quick look at X-Men series number 1. You know, I'll be doing this on different series as we go through, as we look at my cards and what I collect. Again, guys, this is Peter for the Common Collector. Love hanging out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what your favorite card from the set is. And I will talk to you later, guys. Take care.